I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them, stole with them. I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit.
Peep the fit. Peep the fit. Golly. This fucking... I mean, I showed you guys the back on Saturday, but golly. This Survivor... Dude, this shit is so heat. I just been staring at the bitch, and I've been fucking wearing it all day, so it's been awesome, bro. But what is up, everybody? How the hell is everybody doing? Yeah, bro. How the hell is everybody doing, man? Welcome back to another edition of Notorious Unscripted. Let's, I guess, not waste any time and hop right into the intro, bro, so we could go over a little bit of these comments that I am so desperately dying to talk about. So, What is going on, everybody? We are back with yet again another edition of the Notorious podcast and another edition of Notorious Unscripted. If this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works. Every Monday, we are on here after Monday Night Raw with Notorious Unscripted. Every Friday, we are on here at 4 p.m. Central with the news. And for the Big Five for WWE and the Big Five for AEW, we are on here live directly after the show goes off the air with the official show review. Speaking of that, if you guys did miss this past Friday's edition of the news, that is War Games predictions, WWE trying to stop CM Punk chants, and MJF rumored to be locked down with All Elite Wrestling until 2027. If you guys did miss that edition of the news, also if you guys did miss the Survivor Series War Games Chicago 2023 review, both of those shows from the past weekend are available for you guys live on all platforms. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here live every Friday at 4 p.m. Central and after every Big Five for AEW and WWE directly after the show. Also, man, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video. You got all 8 of these beautiful designs, plus more available on there for you guys, man. You got the Chicago flag design, the Uncrowned Kings of the IWC, the Biggie-inspired design, the Notorious Heels podcast base logo design, the Riddler-inspired IWC's Best Kept Secret design, the Notorious World Order, not the Notorious Scratch logo, the Notorious World Order design. You have the Chicago flag edition, like you see on your screen. That also comes in classic black and white and Wolfpack red. You got the Grand Slam design, the Scratch logo, and the only community that matters. All 8 of these shirts, plus more, are available for you guys live on the merch shop. Also, if you guys haven't got a chance to pick yourself something festive to wear for the holiday season, look no further than the Notorious Christmas design. You guys can also find this on Bonfire. Again, all of these beautiful, beautiful t-shirt designs that you had just seen on your screen are available for you guys on bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video to get the best, and I mean the best, merchandise in this entire fucking community. Also, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels podcast, I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How are you, man?
I'm great, man. I would be greater if, it was still Sunday or Saturday or Friday. But
that's right.
It's not, man. It's back to reality, sadly. Which sucks. Coming off the high of this weekend, which is weekend of the year, man. It sucks to be back to normalcy, man. You hate to be back, but other than being back, coming off of the great weekend, man. Had a phenomenal weekend, man. Where I'm still thinking about every bit of it, man. A lot of bits of it, man. But I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Just. Damn, what's next? Fucking not much coming
World's
up.
End.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm excited for the MJF stuff, I guess. That's about it. Maybe Christian stuff. But I'm excited about like 3 things in AEW right now. But for WWE, I'm excited, man. Especially for that Rumble. Shit's about to go nuts, man. It really is. But yeah, man, I've been doing great. Just still coming off the high this weekend, man. Phenomenal weekend. Thank you to everybody that was here this weekend. Logan, you, his sister. Shit was just a phenomenal weekend, man. And I'm still thinking about it, man. I really am. But like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. The family's good, man. How is everybody doing in chat or just in the live? Just watching live, man, and in the replay, man. And what about you, bro? How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. It's been a very bittersweet last 72 hours. 48 hours. Sunday and obviously today, Monday. It's been very bittersweet. It's been very bittersweet, bro. It's been it's I finally got the chance today to kind of sit down while I was watching Raw and write about it a little bit. Um but a lot of it was summed up in our Survivor Series review. I actually got a lot of great texts from personal friends and you guys are part of the Notorious Heels Mafia, telling me how much you guys like the review and like me choking up, I guess, in the beginning of it, bro, talking about how much the weekend meant to me. So truly to everybody, and I got quite a few texts about it. I truly want to thank everybody for believing in us, because I believe in all of you. So I really can't be thankful enough. When I put this shirt on today, I'm sure as Logan put his War Game shirt on, I put this shirt on and it just reminded me so much of the good times. But I did show you guys that picture frame on Saturday, and I got it sitting right here on the desk. And I just want to show you guys because I think it's the coolest thing ever. I finally got the picture of us in there, and it is so awesome. It's so awesome, and I got it sitting right on my desk. Let's have this conversation, bro. Let's have this conversation. Was that the best live show experience ever?
I think it tops the first dance, man. I think the inclusion of everybody being there and everything, plus, it's CM Punk again. I think that tops the first dance, man. I really think it does. Maybe the live CM Punk return itself at the first dance might have been a little more exhilarating because that was like the first time it actually happened. But like overall weekend, Survivor Series, I think I would give it to Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, I have been informed that she doesn't care. So shout out to the homie Cat, bro. So Kate the Great. Shout out to her. But yeah, dude. Yeah. So I couldn't wait to show. I couldn't wait to show the. I couldn't wait to show the Survivor Series picture frame, bro. It's just so. I know this is gonna make you and her laugh, but you remember when Kenny Omega left Japan and fucking Don Callis said the next day it was raining because God was crying?
I think that's the snow that we got on
the next
Sunday.
day in Chicago it snowed, and I truly think that was okay. That was
the CM Punk return.
I think God was crying.
Okay.
Because Logan and his sister left the state, and I think the same thing happened in Illinois. I think the same thing happened in Illinois, man. I think God was crying because the Mod Father manager Logan had left the state, bro. Along with the homie Cat, bro. So it was a sad day. It's been a very bittersweet 48 hours, bro. But you got to keep remembering the saying: don't frown because it's gone, smile because it happened. You know what I mean? So that's what I keep trying to keep my brain on, my mind on. But I said it on my Instagram today. With the five of us and the just fucking amazing energy that just was made that cheers. I swear to God, one of the best weekends of my life. I swear to God. And I've had a couple crazy weekends in my life. I swear to God that was probably the best weekend of my life. We about to run this shit back, and it's gonna be fucking nuts. 2025, Paul. You better be fucking bringing us WrestleMania, because I'm pumped, dude. I'm pumped, dude.
I hope so, man. 2025 is going to be a big year for many reasons, man. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. It sucks in 2024 not going to any shows, especially the Raw. Can't believe I'm saying this, but especially the Raw
Dude.
they're gonna have in March. Can't believe I'm saying that. That's fucking insane to say. But it's gonna suck to miss certain shows, man. But if we get Mania, dog, that shit's gonna be the moves, man. And I saw Logan comment earlier about going to fucking Royal Rumble in Tampa. Logan, I think Bank of America would hunt me down if we went to Royal Rumble and kill me, because I'm gonna be spending a fucking arm and a leg, bro.
That's why I gotta save for Mania, bro.
Exactly. I think Bank of America might hunt me down and finally end me, because the amount of money that would have been spent in the last 2 months, 3 months that would be, would just it would be worth my execution. But it sucks that it's over, man. But
It
like
does.
you said, you look back and you're just glad it happened, man. And I can't wait for the next time. I really can't.
Yes. I keep going back and looking at pictures, and I'm sorry we're not talking about the shows, but this is unscripted and we're going off the fucking script. But
Exactly.
I keep
yeah.
Oh boy, we'll get to that. Dude, the amount of times I've just went back and like looked at the pictures and looked at the videos of us doing the fucking Jey Uso thing and fucking us doing the Sami Zayn Let's Go and marking out for CM Punk and just showing all my buddies the phenomenal CM Punk footage that I grabbed, where you literally cannot see a fucking thing. You periodically see Logan and his sister off to the side. You see Khalil for a little bit, and then you hear me patting on the people's chairs in front of me because I was smacking the shit out of their chairs, and me screaming, "Let's fucking go." That was the footage I grabbed, but it's just, it's just so cool to keep watching it back, and you guys are probably tired of fucking hearing me talk about it, bro, but I can't stress enough how fucking awesome that was, yeah, Logan, it's he says he spent a little over $2,000, so yeah, that's hefty, bro. That's hefty. That poor kid in front of us almost got whacked a couple times, bro.
Fucking shit.
He really was, bro. He really was. In the words of Christian, he was a snot-nosed punk kid.
No, exactly. And like Logan said, man, if we don't get Mania 2025 in fucking Minnesota, man, we are going to make a trip.
To Stanford.
And we are going to fucking rush that building. And Paul better make sure he's not in there, because that's who I'm going for, Paul.
It's just so fucking weird, dude, because they always have it announced like around this time of year.
It's so late for the announcement. I'm like, where the fuck is it, dog?
Yeah.
Just announced Mania there already. Because, let's say they don't announce that Mania there. Do we gonna halt the plan of not going to any shows in 2024 and maybe hitting that Raw?
Maybe we hit a Raw.
Maybe we do hit a Raw at some point.
Maybe we do hit a Monday Night Raw. And
Yeah,
it might be up in the north. And I'm not talking Canada. It might be up in the north, though. Wink, wink, Manager Logan. Wink, wink. Maybe we will hit a Monday Night Raw. But, man, it was awesome. It was awesome. I'm still over the moon. I can't believe it happened. It fucking happened. Like I said, dude, I said it in my Instagram post. If you would have told 15-year-old me, or 16-year-old me, whatever it was, whatever age I was when I met Logan, I know, I was super young. If you would have told me that we, the three of us, who used to get into PlayStation chats many moons ago, if you would have told us then that we would be at Allstate Arena, there would be a company called AEW, and they would have been so fucking good, but then had such a drastic fall off. Vince McMahon wouldn't be in charge, and Triple H would be running Survivor Series War Games in Chicago, and we would get to watch the CM Punk return to WWE after 9, damn near 10 years, and we would get to do that with Logan. I would have fucking probably
Blown up.
smacked the shit out of you and told you were a fucking liar.
Oh, I swear to God.
And it was a fucking dream come true, bro. It was a dream come true. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I can't. Logan, you're probably going to get so fucking sick and tired of me telling you how much this weekend meant to me. But you will hear about it as long as I am on this earth. So I'm telling you right now, bro. It is 2023, bro. It's been 6 years. You will hear about this for the next 60 years. Cause goddamn, that was a fucking movie. But let's fucking dip the mood drastically here for a minute. Let's talk about, so we just talked about how awesome our weekend was at Survivor Series. Let's fucking talk about something that wasn't awesome. AEW Dynamite.
Thanksgiving episode of Dipshit in
Thanks.
Chicago, where guess where we weren't? And
Thanksgiving Dynamite. So, few little, I was going to say production digs I have. Why the fuck, I apologize if my voice squeaks. It's still not back fully. It still hurts to talk, and that really sucks because we have a podcast. But I digress. So, why the fuck did AEW not do the classic, little, like, you know, the Leafs and the autumn theme, you know, the fall theme, Trons for AEW Dynamite? I mean, way to make it not feel like a fucking Thanksgiving Dynamite.
Oh, dude, it didn't feel like that at all.
So, oh, dude, Logan, I'm so glad you called me out on that. Well, actually, I will come back to those when we talk about Monday Night Raw, because there's not. Okay, yeah. Well, if it's the theme going with WWE, so we'll talk about that we'll talk about that before we start Monday Night Raw. So, do not watch AEW Dynamite if you haven't already, Logan. Dude, this shit was just classic 2023 Tony Khan. Put a bunch of matches on and think that we're feeding the fucking streets out here or whatever he thinks. A bunch of matches that I don't even think people in the fucking arena cared to see.
Well, but Twitter did, so it's fine with TK.
Dude, the main event of this show, and no disrespect to either Jon Moxley or Mark Briscoe, but what the fuck kind of main event is that for Thanksgiving Dynamite? This is the same episode of Dynamite. This is what did you say?
I wonder what happened 2 years ago on Thanksgiving Dynamite.
To my point. This is the same show that 2 years ago we got one of the best promo fucking battles in AEW history. And we were there in the crowd to see it. CM Punk and MJF. And what the fuck? And here we are 2 years later, and we virtually just got a bunch of matches mixed with good MJF shit and good Christian shit. The only guys keeping that fire fucking warm.
Yeah, exactly. And the only other thing, one of the other things that I remember from that Dynamite that I hold near and dear to my heart, not only booing Cody Rhodes, but watching that crowd throw. I was watching that clip last night too, of watching that crowd throw that weight belt right back at that man. Oh, one of the best moments I've got to witness.
Dude, I just remember us just hysterically fucking laughing because they really threw that man's belt back at him. Now, mind you, the Thanksgiving Dynamite we went to was the best one. It was easily the best one. It was at AEW's hottest. It was AEW at their hottest. It was it was AEW at their hottest, and here we are 2 years later. We don't even get the nice little Thanksgiving Trons. It just looks like a regular old episode of Dynamite. Didn't really feel special at all. Oh, but you know what they did? They didn't forget to put on the Trons. Woo Energy. That's what they put on the Trons this year. You can't give me some fucking fall Trons, some Thanksgiving Trons, but you want to give me Woo Energy on the fucking screen. Okay.
Okay. First of all, I didn't even hear ever about Woo Energy until this motherfucker signed this AEW deal.
Me neither.
And second of all, I will never, ever drink Woo Energy. I will never. You can stop advertising it for right now, TK. I will never buy it. First of all, I don't want to pass out on the first sip. Second of all, it's probably just trash.
Probably, bro. I've actually been out here drinking some stuff that WWE was sponsoring a couple months ago, man. When you talk about energy drinks, I've been drinking. I have tried for the first time a couple weeks ago because I was low as fuck on sleep. A C4, and Cody was right. Cody was right, bro. I can't even lie, bro. Cody was right when he said it was delicious. He was right.
Speaking of Cody, man, and sponsorships and fucking media scrums, dude, when he ate that Slim Jim, that shit killed me, bro.
Oh my god.
First of all, he couldn't open the thing. He looks like me on my lunch break, fucking struggling to open a Slim Jim. Second of all, bro didn't even swallow it.
Bro was walking off the stage still chewing that little ass bite of Slim Jim he took.
Oh, and I know that piece of paper in he had that he jokingly read that shit off of, he spit it out in that piece of paper and tossed it. I know it. I fucking know it.
I wouldn't doubt it, bro. I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah, man. So moving on to Thanksgiving Dynamite. So that was my complaint about the production. First, right off the bat, dude, I'm sitting there like, where are the Thanksgiving Trons? This looks like a regular episode of Dynamite. This doesn't look like the fucking. This doesn't look like the. This doesn't look or feel like a Thanksgiving episode of Dynamite at all. So, first match we get in the Continental Classic is I was about to say Jay White. I almost pulled a Logan. Remember how Logan used to always get Jay White and Jay Lethal? He used to always fuck up their names. I almost just pulled a Logan. I think your Loganisms are rubbing off on me. But anyways, Jay Lethal and Jay what? Yeah, there it is. Jay Lethal and Swerve Strickland were in the open to AEW Dynamite and the opening match to the Continental Classic in the Gold League or the Gold Block in New Japan terms. I much rather like Gold Block. But I guess it's called the Gold League. Jay White. Oh, bro, what is going on? Jay White's not even in the fucking match. Swerve Strickland picks up the victory over Jay Lethal in the opener to AEW, in the opener to Thanksgiving Dynamite to score 3 points as opposed to Jay Lethal putting 0 points on the board.
It was a long time.
It was.
But it was one funny ass time, Logan. That's the thing. because you were asked who was your favorite guy at the time, and you said Jay Lethal. In like the prime of trash ass AEW Jay Lethal.
Oh, that shit was hilarious.
It
That
sure
shit was
was.
hilarious, bro. But in the gold block is John Moxley, Swerve Strickland, Roosh, Mark Briscoe, Jay Lethal, and Jay White. You can clearly tell who the people in the tournament are that are going to, that are going to have more of the points, and you can clearly tell, clear as fucking day, who the two guys are that are going to probably have close to no points on the board. Jay Lethal and Mark Briscoe, and maybe even Roosh.
Probably knowing AEW. Knowing Tony Khan, probably. Which is a crime.
So, Swerve put some points on the board, and honestly, dude, if I'm giving a prediction who's going to take this whole tournament, I'm either giving it to Swerve or Jay White. One of the two.
One of the two, man. Either learn to give it to Swerve to elevate him further after this win against Hangman, which would be great. It would actually be AEW continuing to push somebody after an initial push, or they're going to give it to Jay White to try to patch up the bruises from Full Gear, man, which we'll talk about it on Friday. But with this MJF news, that makes that match at Full Gear even worse.
It really
Even worse
does.
for Jay White. It fucking makes it 10 times worse, man. But it's gonna be one of those two. Either one, and I might just prefer Swerve at this point. Just, you have a good ball, I would just keep that one rolling, man.
Dude, I can't say I disagree. I can't say I disagree with that. Why would you stunt Swerve's momentum to try to heat back up Jay White when you could just keep the momentum and make it even greater with Swerve and just figure out something different with Jay White?
Exactly. Danielson's a maybe. Man, Danielson and Mox Logan, I think they could be maybes. Especially with Mox, his relationship with all those well, not really ROH, but New Japan, and Danielson with wanting to wrestle in New Japan and shit, but I don't know if they're ever gonna let him wrestle in New Japan just because his health. So
I could see Danielson making it to the finals of the Blue Block, but I honestly think it'll be Danielson versus Swerve, and I think. I mean, obviously, I could see TK giving it to either Mox or Brian, but the thing is like those are just those are just such predictable Tony Khan options, which is why I could see him doing it. But for his best interest, I say keep it going with Swerve. Keep it going, because this is I mean, Tony Khan is literally a master at killing momentum. But I'm telling you right now, if you want somebody, I mean, this is what AEW was. This is what people love AEW for. People that weren't anything in WWE, you bring them over here and they're fucking huge stars because they are huge stars. And WWE just never capitalized on them. That's what AEW is built off of, if we're being 100% honest with ourselves. But that's what people love about it. People love new stars. That was the intrigue to All Elite Wrestling, mixed with a little bit of veteran, sure, but new stars is where the bread and butter of All Elite Wrestling was bred from, bro. So this is Tony Khan we're talking about, so never say never, but I'm telling from me to Tony, I swear to God, bro, it is in your best fucking interest to give this to somebody like Swerve Strickland, because he can have a great momentum run right now if you give it to him. So
he really can, man. This little title thing where it's going to be a title or titles, they really have it, AEW, they don't really explain nothing. They haven't really explained it well, but either way, it's going to be a title that goes between companies. give the easiest way out. Just have some dude, one of these other companies, cheat him out for it. Hey, personally to me, if it doesn't happen on AEW TV, I don't care about it. So it won't make him look too weak whenever he loses it. So I think Swerve is your best option.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Swerve just got that feeling of a homegrown AEW guy. You know.
He really does. He got that feeling, man. I think you need to capitalize on that. Will they? Hopefully. Maybe not. But hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, hey, once upon a time, we said to ourselves, how on God's green earth could you fuck up Wardlow? And they fucked up Wardlow.
Wardlow, Keith Lee, the list can go on and on. Speaking of AEW, in the news on Friday, did you hear about the QT news?
I did.
That shit's crazy.
Did you see what he put in there?
I saw a couple things. I didn't really read it, though.
The company is headed in a different direction since 2019.
What did Cody say, dog? Come on, man.
He's taken the baton and ran with it.
He's running into the ground. What has happened?
It was also so heartwarming on the media scrum to hear Cody Rhodes still refer to the Elite as his boys. I love how people can actually be authentic in WWE nowadays. It's what a world.
It's beautiful, man. Wow, reality has truly shifted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. So, yeah, man, that was the opener to the gold block in the Continental Classic. I think the gold block's happening on Dynamite and the blue block's happening on Collision. So, after this, a couple of best friends make their way to the ring. No, I'm not talking about the best friends. I'm talking about better than you, baby. The best friend, the real best friends in AEW, the entertaining best friends in AEW, Adam Cole and MJF. MJF comes out there with a cane, still working the leg. Adam Cole hobbles out there and is sitting on a chair. MJF is talking about how the devil has arrived in Chicago. I think he has, and I think he's sitting in the middle of the ring, standing right next to you, Max.
And well, I mean, we'll talk about it in a second. But did you see when you know who showed up? Did you see Adam Cole move?
Yes.
It looked like he fucking clicked it. Come on, dog. Come on.
Yes, it looked like It looked like he clicked something for sure.
Know who the devil isn't for this weekend?
Yeah. It's not CM Punk, guys. Newsflash.
It is not CM Punk, man. So that name has been crossed off the board. Maybe, if he is, then holy fuck, we are in a different universe. But I don't think we're in that different of a universe, so it's not CM Punk.
I really wonder how the AEW elitist felt about, or not the AEW elitist, but the people that were like fucking 1,000% sure that it was CM Punk under the mask. I really want to know how those people feel. Very badly.
I could talk about it when we talk about Raw a little bit, but dude, I was looking on Twitter today. Oh, those people are insufferable. All the AEW elitists were talking about watching Raw tonight to see Punk, and they were just, oh, how do you guys sit through this for 3 hours every week, man? And it was just like memes that they made of like how this is so bad and they, shit on AEW, but it's better than Raw. At this point, bro, can't believe this coming out of my mouth. Raw is better than Dynamite. And if you disagree with that, fuck yeah. And if you disagree, man, you need to get your reality checked, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go and watch a bunch of fucking mindless, storyless wrestling all the time, then go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
exactly.
ahead.
That's what they like, yes. And TK gives it to him because he listens to. He's a Twitter mark, so
But I
yeah.
prefer to watch
So,
Seth Rollins taking little digs at CM Punk. I prefer to watch CM Punk take a little digs at Seth Rollins. Let's plant these fucking seeds, bro. Like Logan's saying, dude. Let's plant these fucking seeds. I prefer to watch Drew McIntyre continue to have one of the most intriguing character arcs on WWE television right now. Monday Night Raw is the best weekly wrestling show on TV right now.
yes, it
Tell
is.
me when
Yeah.
I'm telling lies. They are easily the best. The best. Easily. And now they have CM Punk on the show?
Come on, bro. Come on. How much 2021 AEW was already great. How greater did it become solely for the aspect of CM Punk? Same thing here,
Hell
man.
of a
It's been
lot greater.
good, and it's already hell of a lot greater, man. CM Punk is like crack in your meal. You could have a fucking bomb ass food, and CM Punk is just the crack. You put in that shit, and you just become addicted.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man. So MJF comes out there. He says the devil is in Chicago. He says that he talks about meeting some of the ladies here in Chicago. I don't know about meeting the ones that go to them AEW shows, but I don't know. I don't know, man. But you know, to each his own. To each his own. MJF talks about how he owes Samoa Joe a title match, and he's going to give it to him at World's End, injured or not. He then looks right down the hard cam, and he says, and as for the guy that stole my devil mask, when I find you, I am going to make your life a living hell. As he's staring down the barrel of the camera, Adam Cole's behind him directly in this shot, and Adam Cole's smiling at him, giving him this shit-eating grin, and he's giving him this shit-eating grin, and he's smiling at him, and you can see his arm move, almost like this, kind of, just a little jolt, as if he's clicking something. And then the lights go out, and we get the devil standing there and laughing. He's laughing, and then the lights go out again, and no more devil on the screen, and Samoa Joe walks out there. Yeah, man, the devil has made an appearance with Adam Cole in the ring. Obviously, a little bit more building on that, but like I said, Adam Cole kind of looks like he clicked something, and it went on, and the devil came up, bro. So it's very interesting, and the only right answer here is Adam Cole. No fucking, not even a debate. I do not care for it to be anybody else other than Adam Cole, solely off MJF selling that.
Exactly, man. It has to be Adam Cole. If it's not, it's trash. And yeah, it's better be Adam Cole, man. And I hope the news about MJF doesn't hinder this in any way.
Me neither, bro. Me neither. I really hope it does not. But Samoa Joe comes out there, and he addressed Max, addressing that he owes him a championship match. He asked Max tells him he's gonna give it to him tonight. Samoa Joe says, I don't feel like beating a champion that's less than 100%. So I want you on my time when you're 100%. I want you at World's End.
Look at that.
MJF says no. Samoa Joe backs him into the rope as he's choking him. And Adam Cole tells Joe to back off. He then tells MJF that he's been on the opposite end of a lot of coquina clutches, and some of his toughest battles have been with Samoa Joe. He says Samoa Joe's a killer, and he just needs to do the right thing and give him the match like he promised. Adam Cole's very pushy about Samoa Joe and about MJF defending against Samoa Joe at World's End. I don't know, man. I could see the reveal being at World's End. I mean, shit, with MJF going away, maybe if he's got to go away because a torn labrum takes 3 to 6 months.
Fuck, dude, that sucks, man. That really sucks.
Yeah, it takes 3 to 6 months. I don't know, man. I don't know. Does MJF drop the title? Does he have to drop the title, dude? I mean, we can't do an interim champion again. We can't.
Oh God, no. Please, oh God, no! You have to take it off him if he is out. If he is going to be out, and put it on Joe, dude. Put it on Joe. Have Adam Cole fuck over MJF. And give it to Samoa Joe and build something around that, man, and build something for MJF to return to, man.
Definitely, dude, definitely. The funniest part, not that I care, because I haven't cared about him the whole time he's been back. The funniest part is, where the fuck does Wardlow's story go? Now that MJF's hurt. Yeah, that's exactly where it goes. In the dumps.
It goes right to the office of Paul Triple H Levesque. That's where the fuck that shit goes.
That is good. That is good. If it doesn't require surgery, and I could see MJF wanting to wrestle through the whole thing, but goddamn, these guys got to take care of their body, man. You know what I mean? They always like to point the finger at us and say that we don't care about them, but a lot of times they don't care about themselves, and then they throw it in our face like we don't care or don't appreciate them. Like, dude, yeah, you got to nurse that, bro. I mean, if he does plan on staying through it, TK can't have him on TV. Well, he can have him on TV, but TK cannot have him wrestling much at all.
No, exactly. I'm tired of these wrestlers wrestling while crazily hurt, dude. I'm sick of it. Ever since Cody fucking wrestled with a fucking completely torn off shoulder and pec, and motherfucker, ever since they let him do that shit, it's been a fucking trend everywhere, and I'm sick of it, dude. People, these wrestlers, especially because it's such a generation of wrestlers that actually care about that type of shit.
Yeah.
That, like, the 80s, you know, you watch Dark Side of the Ring, man, those motherfuckers were like crazy, just doing a whole lot of shit. But, I thought we were past that, man. I really thought we were past that, so I really hope that these wrestlers start taking care of themselves again.
Definitely. So, Adam Cole tells MJF he needs to defend the title against Samoa Joe, like he said, and he needs to be the champion that Adam Cole knows that he can be, and the champion that he's worked so hard to become. MJF says okay, and he gives he gives Samoa Joe the title match, bro. He gives Samoa Joe the title match, and I really like how Adam Cole is very. I like how he's very adamant about him defending against Samoa Joe, and he's very adamant that he defends it against Joe. And I really like how he is saying he's doing it because it kills him not being able to defend MJF. But it really could be a different reason, man. It really could be a different reason. And it could be because Adam Cole knows himself that Samoa Joe is a killer. And I love how AEW has portrayed Samoa Joe for the past, ever since he lost to MJF the first time, really.
Yeah, they've actually been portraying him really good.
Yeah.
Like a badass. Like if he got his eyes set on you, you're fucked, dude. And I like the sound of that, man. And I hope it comes true, man. I really hope. I hope Adam Cole, it's basically sicking Samoa Joe, who he knows is just gonna kill fucking MJF. I hope that's what happens, man. I hope. I hope Adam Cole basically sets this man up. I hope it goes through, man. I hope Joe's successful. Not because, I want the reign of MJF to end. I wouldn't mind it continuing further.
Me neither.
Twitter might kill me for that one, but I really wouldn't.
People want his reign to end?
Yes. People, the AEW elitists,
Yeah.
obviously, they don't blame TK for bad booking. For what happened with Jay White at Full Gear, they blame MJF, and they want his title reign to finally end, quote unquote. But that those stupid fuckers. But yeah, I would love to see it continue further. But if he is injured, you gotta cut it, man. I don't care if he's injured. You gotta cut it. It's perfect time to put it on Joe, man.
Good fucking God. I can't believe you just told me that. This is why I stay off Twitter. This is why I cannot handle idiotic human beings. Golly.
Human beings.
Most of the time I hop on Twitter is to see what our lovely manager is doing and see all the pea-brained motherfuckers he sat down for the day. That's gave me great joy. For the past however many years I've been following Logan on Twitter. It's absolutely hilarious and cracks me up. But seeing that shit myself, sometimes I just look at things and I'd just be looking at it like, what? But yeah, and that's the funny part. There's not even anything that's been bad about MJF's reign. If anything, it's gotten even better since the whole Adam Cole stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, the build with Jay White fucking sucked, but I'm putting the blame on fucking Tony Khan allowing Jay White to be portrayed like a pussy. That's me.
Exactly.
I mean, that's how I feel.
AEW Twitter has been on a meltdown today, man, especially after that fucking QT stuff. They're a bit... So, basically, with the AEW elitists, man, they hate anybody who's friends with somebody in WWE. So they have a whole list of people. Yes, he is one of the people they hate. They hate Ricky Starks. They hate Danhausen, which I hate Danhausen too, but that's just, I don't care for him. Yeah, they hate FTR. Oh, I gotta find that list. It's a picture that this AEW Mark made, and QT Marshall was on it, and he got crossed out, and they said, they basically, here's the list. Here are all the people in this list, man. You got FTR, you got Ricky Starks, you got Danhausen, you got QT, who was the first one X'd out on the list. You got Buddy Murphy, or Buddy Matthews, whatever you want to call him, Malachi Black, and Andrade. All because they are friends or have married somebody in WWE, man. They want them gone from this company. Instead of wanting the actual trash and actual fucking fillers in your roster gone, like, I don't know, best friends, I don't know, what's his fucking name, Penelope Ford and
Kip
Sabian, that fucking, instead of people like that, they want actually phenomenally great performers out of the company, simply because they are friends with people in WWE.
It really...
I.e. Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, seriously. It really just makes me think, dude, like, especially for, like, Alistair, Malachi Black, the stuff he could have been doing under the control of Triple H. Malachi, Keith Lee, and Andrade are at, like, the very top of my list of people that I just feel so bad for. These guys, at least to our knowledge, haven't signed any extensions, and they're literally in their first deal, treated
like shit.
Yeah.
Treated worse than they were under Vince. How do you do that? How does Vince book fucking Keith Lee better than you? You should feel ashamed of yourself.
What? Somebody said they wanted the Young Bucks and Chris Jericho was some of the filth that AEW needed to get rid of. Okay. The greatest tag. Let's get rid of the greatest tag team on the planet. And no, it's not FTR. And motherfuckers are gonna hate me for saying this. There has been nothing that FTR has done that tops what the Revival did.
No, that is true. That is very true.
That is a fact. That is a fact. They've done nothing on AEW television that has topped what the entirety of the run in NXT as the Revival. In NXT as the Revival. I want to make that very clear because their work on the main roster sucked. But there's been nothing.
Exactly, man. FTR, they were awesome when they first came in, man. They had all the potential. They came in on that cool ass fucking pickup, man. FTR, and that's the worst part. I like the identity of FTR, you know, Cash Wheeler and Dax, better than I like their Revival identity. I've come around to, it was weird as fuck at first, but I come around to dig that more. But the way they've been booked, like trash. They don't feel like how they used to feel, man, and that's the crime.
I gotta disagree on that one. I respect
it.
Yeah, I just love those fucking two Southern hicks that were just fucking snot-nosed motherfuckers, man. Like,
not really just that aspect, but like the names, merely just the names, really.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. I thought you were talking about like their characters. I was going to say FTR's characters piss me off. They come out and talk about the same fucking shit every fucking show.
Oh, dude, I hate babyface FTR, dog. Yeah, fucking daughter, my wife, fucking
This business, Bret Hart, fucking watching this business forever. This business gives me everything. Yeah, I get it. You don't have to fucking tell me every promo. I get it. And this one might be very controversial. FTR has not had a match that has eclipsed the 2 out of 3 falls from TakeOver Toronto.
Nope.
They've had and that's saying a lot about that match because they've had some fucking bangers in AEW. They've had Bucks. They've had fucking the Briscoes. I love the Briscoe trilogy. None of it has eclipsed the 2 out of 3 falls match. None of it.
Oh, the whole Bucks trilogy isn't a. Did they have their third match? No?
Yeah. The trilogy was at All In. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Remember that one on Dynamite they had when FTR was hot as hell?
That was
number 2.
I'm gonna say, the series of matches, at least match wise, the trilogy they had with Briscoes, I think was better than their trilogy with Bucks. Not because.
Yeah, I would say.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because I overhyped it too much of FTR and Bucks, but it didn't hit the hype that feud and that matchup had. Man, it didn't hit that level of hype that they had, which might be a bad thing on my part as a fan, but it's just what I feel.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I would say. Yeah. I would agree. I would agree with that. I think the Briscoe trilogy was better than the Bucks trilogy. I think so. But there's been nothing. That is eclipsed the Revival versus DIY. One of my childhood best friends watched that match with me and had no fucking clue who either of those teams were and was going ape shit with me while we were watching that match. going fucking nuts in his bedroom when we were watching that match in 2016. Going absolutely nuts. And he had no idea. Never even heard of the Revival. Never heard of DIY. Never heard of any of the four guys. None of it. Going nuts. That's the greatest tag team match of all time.
Respect. Real shit.
And then don't give me. We'll be here for. I'm not even going to do it because we'll be here for another 30 minutes talking about the first three names I brought up: Malachi Black, Andrade, and Keith Lee. Holy fuck. What those guys would be doing if they were being booked by Triple H, especially Keith fucking Lee.
Lee, man. Keith Lee, remember Survivor Series? What was that, 3 years ago? 3 or 4?
Yes, 2019. 2019.
Okay, 2019. Remember that Survivor Series, man, when Keith Lee was like the hottest thing coming out of that Survivor Series? What happened, man?
Dude went toe-to-toe with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins in that match. Toe-to-toe with them. Toe-to-toe.
It was the most hyped one out of it, too. Of casual, live WWE 2019 viewers. They were going crazy for Keith Lee. Come on, dog.
And Roman Reigns said after that match that he wanted a singles program with Keith Lee. Could you imagine the Tribal Chief versus Keith Lee? Bro. Come the fuck on. That's another... Oh, yeah. Oh, the Dark Father versus the Tribal Chief. Fucking Andrade Cien versus the Tribal Chief. Oh, fucking...
Man.
Dude. Oh.
Man, Andrade facing off against the Tribal Chief, man. Oh. That'll fucking defeat a dude. Come on.
It will, bro. Should look like a Thanksgiving feast out there.
It really will.
It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. So, anyways, off our AEW rant. We get yeah, it's a weekly occurrence at this point, so just expect it from now on. Especially when you get Thanksgiving Dynamites. Thanksgiving Dynamites like this. You better fucking expect it. Because the only fucking way we know how to be is honest. If anything.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Orange Cassidy, I'm sure Logan loved this segment, or I'm sure he will love this segment. This was Tony Khan's. This was the ace up his fucking sleeve for Survivor Series, bro, or for Thanksgiving Dynamite. This was the ace up his sleeve to counter whatever returns we got in the weekend to come. We get Jake Hager, Daddy Magic, and Cool Hand Ange. Now, mind you, didn't these guys all walk out separately on Chris Jericho? And they're just all friends still with no explanation as to why?
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on. And, dude, from this little story that this man has with Ruby, if they break up 2.0, I might find TK's house. I might find where TK lives.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not like he's done anything to show you that he cared about them the whole fucking time they were in a faction with Chris Jericho. Anyways, the fuck. So, but you know, just break him up with Chris because we want Chris to go on a babyface run, even though the JAS would have been wildly entertaining as babyfaces because they're all entertaining acts. Okay. Whatever. Whatever. And their opponents are even better. This unnamed faction that Tony Khan seems to fucking put in 6-man tags every week. Hook, Katsuyori Shibata, and Orange Cassidy. What the fuck?
Dude, what is this? What is this fucking dork's obsession? Not only with Shibata. I mean, like, you know, Shibata's, you know, great, you know, crazy story, whatever. You know, solid story, crazy story.
Right.
He ain't that good, bruh. This man treats this man like he should be treating half of those names that these elitists want out is how he should be treating them instead of Shibata. But another thing that this dork likes to do is his obsession with Hook being in random fucking matchups in tag teams.
Yeah.
Dude loves it.
He loves it.
Dude eats it up. I can't wait for Hook to go to WWE. That shit
I'm
is gonna go
stoked.
nuts.
I'm stoked.
And
Put him in NXT. Put him in NXT for a little bit, and fucking within a year, he'll be ready.
Shit, I don't know if I'd stick him down there, bro. Not even
Well-
because, I mean, he could use the work,
Yeah.
but I don't know if you want to stick him in Shawn Michaels' hand.
I totally get what you're saying. But AEW's done nothing to bring him to the next level on an in-ring standpoint.
That is true.
He's very cookie cutter. He does all his hook suplexes. He does red rum, and that's it. That's why I say that. Not because I don't want to say anybody by Shawn Michaels, but he needs a little bit of the Performance Center, in my opinion. And NXT would seem like a good environment. He could go down there. I mean, it's not a good environment, but it would be good enough to get his feet wet to the WWE system and to get him to the next level from an in-ring standpoint, because AEW's not developing him. I'm sorry.
Oh, not at all. They really aren't, because he's a phenomenal potential talent. But like Wednesday, I was watching that match, and he just kept repeating the same move over and over and over again. I'm like, dude. And what did Papa Mark on that media scrum say about Jade? No one taught her shit in AEW. He didn't say that, but he said that.
Yes, he said, I can't remember the wording he used, but she was limited? Was it limited?
That's what it was, Logan. He didn't say AEW, but he said something about her like past environment failed to bring her to the next level.
They did.
Same with Hook. With Hook, bro.
Yes, absolutely. And this is why, and I'm not even going to call him Triple H. I think he's earned his 2018 nickname back.
Papa Mark, baby.
I think he's Papa Mark again. But fucking Papa Mark, he knows. And this is why WWE are the kings of making stars. This is exactly why. Because I love Hook. I think he's a tremendous talent. I think I bit my tongue. I think he has the world of potential. And what has AEW had him doing for the past 2 years? We titled the debut episode of this very fucking Unscripted, Hook or Crook. And AEW has turned him into Crook.
Mm-hmm.
He does the same moves. They are failing to bring him to the next level. They're failing.
Yeah, exactly. They fucking are, man. Fuck, what was I gonna say?
And I'll tell you what. Yeah, I've seen that too. Well, how could Triple H say that? She trained with Bryan Danielson. Jade Cargill, dude. I remember she mentioned on one of the Revolution ones that they train before every show. How long is that? A 1 hour session? What?
Fucking rolling around in a practice ring in your garage and gonna teach you shit, bro. It's like driving. You got to do it over and over and over and over again to improve, man. And you got to be put into challenge after challenge to improve in what you're doing.
And I love that Triple H called that out. I love that Papa Mark called that out because it's the fucking truth.
Exactly. And even though I will say Papa Mark, especially when I'm very happy with what he does, I love people saying people's real names so much. He is going to stay as Paul, man. For most of the time, I'm calling him.
That's true. I do like calling him Paul.
Paul, Phil, all these guys. I fucking love it. Especially punks, man. Phil, fucking Chicago Phil, Lockport Phil, fucking Pepsi Phil, One Bill Phil,
Medical Bill Phil.
I fucking love it, dog. I love that shit.
I've changed, Phil. Yeah. So Papa Mark was right. Papa Mark, and I'm glad he called that shit out because it needed to be said. He is failing to bring these people to the next level. He's fucking failing at it.
Like you said, it's not a dig at Brian, it's a dig at the whole... You can have one good teacher, man, but when you gotta learn multiple skill sets, you need multiple teachers, multiple times. Brian's great. He was a phenomenal trainer, but he could only do so much. He could only focus and teach someone so much that you know. You need a whole team of people telling every one of them what they know to this person to really get them to the next level. That's the whole point of the PC.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. I think NXT would be a great environment for Hook. I think it would actually start teaching him how to really develop and get to that next level from an in-ring standpoint. I think it would. And he's another guy I can't wait to go to WWE. But anyways, before the match starts, this man Orange Cassidy goes off to the side of the ring, grabs the microphone, and he says, "I have a surprise." And it's fucking Danhausen. That's the ace that fucking Tony Khan has up his sleeve for Thanksgiving Dynamite. And get this. This man came out in full wrestling gear. His entrance jacket, his tights, and he fucking stood ringside the whole match. Oh my God. Why did you sign this guy?
I don't know, man. I don't know. At this point, might as well give him back to Phil, man, because ain't no point in keeping him.
Dude, the baby faces win after Orange Cassidy brings out Danhausen. Hook's in the red room. And yes, I'm not kidding. Hook was out there, did a couple cursing spots where he cursed people, and that was it. We get a backstage where Adam Cole yells at Roderick Strong, and he tells him, "Don't you get it? We're not best friends anymore."
That was a very devilish thing to do from Adam Copeland, from Adam Cole.
Yeah, very devilish antics there by Mr. Cole. But the next thing on the show was Christian Cage out here rechristening Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne in his image. He tells Luchasaurus to get on his knees. He's yelling at him, "Get on your knees." Luchasaurus gets on his knees, and he tells him that he did not lose on Sunday. Nick Wayne did not lose on Sunday. It was you that lost on Sunday. And he says, from now on, you are no longer Luchasaurus. That's not who I see you as. I'm going to call you something from my past. You are going to be renamed Kill Switch. I kind of dig it.
I kind of dig it. I like it. I don't mind it. I like it. I think it's a good one.
Obviously, I would have liked it as a nickname, the
Same.
Kill Switch Luchasaurus, but Christian Cage also kind of hinted at making him take the mask off.
He did, which I'm excited for, man. It's going to be an evolution of his character, and I think it's been built for a long time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure. Nick Wayne then comes out there and or not Nick Wayne, dude, that's what I said, bro. I was like, dude, oh man, dude, I was really hoping he would have told him he was Nick Cage.
This shit would have popped me so hard.
Dude, oh, that would have been hilarious. Christian and Nick Cage, father and son. Shit would have been hilarious.
Beautiful.
He tells Nick Wayne that he is his golden boy. And as soon as he gets Nick Wayne's attention, unlike Luchasaurus, who did not want to get on his knees, Nick Wayne immediately gets on his knees. And Christian says, what are you doing? Get up. Get up. He says, do not ever get on your knees for another man. Fucking killed me. This man, Nick Wayne, was trying so fucking hard not to laugh when Christian was telling him this stuff.
Oh, dude. I love when fucking wrestlers do that shit. Like, whenever Jey Uso will be fucking laughing his ass off. And
He's just like rubbing his face. It's hilarious.
Exactly. I always love that shit, man. It makes me laugh, and it makes the moment even better.
It does. So, he tells Nick Wayne that he's his golden boy. He's everything that he's seen in a son that he wanted. And he will be renamed the Prodigy, Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne's mom then comes out there. Christian Cage starts telling her how she should have if she would have got with him, her life would have turned out a lot differently. Jesus, bro. He says that he was a better father figure than Buddy Wayne ever was, and he makes Nick and he's in this, and he's in her face, and he's making his mom cry. Luchasaurus then gets in the middle of them. Christian slaps Luchasaurus, and Luchasaurus starts huffing and puffing. He's getting pissed. Christian then gets pissed and pushes Luchasaurus into. He pushes Luchasaurus into Nick Wayne's mom, and he makes Nick Wayne go get the chairs to do a concerto, and they were dead ass about to fucking concerto Nick Wayne's mom. And Christian Cage has been watching a little bit of Tribal Chief because he hands the chair to Luchasaurus, and he's going to make him do it. And right before Luchasaurus goes to concerto Nick Wayne's mom, the Rated R Adam comes out here, and he comes out here to save the day, and Luchasaurus saves him from Edge, or from Rated R Adam, and then he gives Nick Wayne a concerto right in front of his mom. So that was this segment. It was pretty good, and more building into, and then on Collision, he did give a concerto to Luchasaurus, so I wonder if Christian's going to be all on his own from now on.
He might be. He might, especially, did you see the other news about AEW for that trademark they followed for?
No.
It's interesting, especially with this obvious Luchasaurus turn that they're building up. There might be a Nick Wayne turn, or Luchasaurus might be replaced with someone else in Christian's loving family. They trademarked the tag team name of East West Express, which was the tag team of Nick Wayne, and I guess is this guy from the Independents, Jordan Oliver. So, looks like Nick Wayne will get his old GCW tag partner. I think that's where they were. And they might keep him. I would like them to keep him under Christian for now. So that would be interesting, man. I'm actually kind of digging that. It'll keep Nick Wayne busy, because obviously AEW's roster is flooded, and Tony Khan does not know where to direct the water. So putting one of those guys in a tag team that you desperately need could be a good way out.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. And with the next match, it was Roosh versus Jay White. Jay White cheated to pick up the victory. He gave Roosh a low blow into a Blade Runner, and that allowed Jay White to put up 3 points on the gold block, as opposed to Roosh and his 0 for the night. So yeah, man. So that was that. That was that, man. And yeah, we got a backstage video of Starks and Bill attacking Jericho. Then we went into Toni Storm's celebration, her standing applause for her AEW Women's World Championship award ceremony. She went up on top of the stage and received the title from Mariah May, and went up there and gave a speech. And she's doing her thing, man. She's doing her thing, and I'm digging it. I'm digging it, man. And then right after this, We went right into the 3-way with Sky Blue, Tony Storm, Sky Blue, Anna Jay, and Ruby Soho, which was pretty decent. Pretty decent. Sky Blue picked up the victory in her hometown after Cool Hand Ange was flustered with Ruby Soho, I guess, trying to help her and them finding love. I don't know why. I don't know why this is happening.
Well, there's a couple things that creatively happens in wrestling that I always hate. When people do stuff for money creatively in real life couples or real life possible couples, because why else would they be doing this fucking little storyline on television together? I hate that shit. I hate it so much.
Like, if people just fit organically together like Cross and Scarlett, that's one thing. But when you're obviously going out of your way to shove it in my face that they're in a relationship, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like the Seth and Becky stuff. Like, individually, they're two great stars. But individually, they're completely separate entities in wrestling. Please keep them separate. They could, obviously acknowledge each other and, reference each other. I don't mind. But when they are, like, with them together, I fucking hate it, dude. I fucking hate that type of shit.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So, after this, Wardlow is in the back curling a production scaffolding.
Alright, fucking 2019 Braun Strowman.
Okay. AR Fox comes up on him and tells him he has to stop living with so much hate in his heart, and he has to forgive, I guess, and Wardlow headbutts him. The fuck? First of all, my first question is, why am I supposed to care? And my second question is, why in the blue hell is AR Fox still why in the hell is AR Fox not with the Mogul Embassy? That's my other fucking question.
Tony Khan, Mr. Backstage Politic over there, dude. Imagine this run that Swerve is having. Dude, it'd be even 10 times even greater if they still had Fox, bro.
With Shiesty, with AR Shiesty, bro.
Dude, that shit would be so perfect, man. It's already phenomenal. But Fox was just another beautiful piece of that, man. I will never forgive Tony Khan for taking that away for no real reason other than probably personal beef.
Dude, that man AR Fox wrestling in a fucking shiesty will never get old. Never.
I love it, man. Or when he was wearing that bloody ass tank top for like 3 weeks. Oh my god,
dude.
You're probably stoked, bro.
Dude, that was such an awesome run. That was such an awesome run.
Dude, I fucking love that shit.
And in the main event, we got Jon Moxley versus Mark Briscoe. Wonder who won this match. Jon Moxley won and put 3 points on the board, and Mark Briscoe lost. So Jon Moxley is now 3 points on the board for the Gold League to Mark Briscoe's 0. So to round off the Continental Classic, Jon Moxley, Swerve Strickland, and Jay White have 3 points, and Mark Briscoe, Jay Lethal, and Roosh have 0 points on the board so far. So yeah, man, that was that. That was your episode of AEW Dynamite that absolutely fucking stunk up the joint.
It really did, man. There's a whole lot of stink besides like 2 things, man. And it'll probably continue this week, man. So, look at that.
Probably, man. So, also, Eddie Kingston lost to Brody King on Collision as a part of the Blue Block. Didn't Eddie Kingston say he would be defending his titles in every match that he was in? So doesn't that technically mean that Brody King is the ROH and New Japan Strong Champion, or did they just abandon that?
I don't remember if they did it on Dynamite, but I saw they did it on Collision. For every one of these matches now, they got the podium of the 2 titles that he had, and then the cover title. So I guess it's kind of less for every match, even though he said it's for every match, and just kind of the whole tournament, I guess. Because technically, with the rules of the tournament, I guess, the title doesn't count because it's point-based, I guess. So I think it's literally just whoever wins it are going to get all his titles, which won't be him.
I guess, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, not really worth talking about SmackDown. It was an okay show. It was an okay show. It was obviously a way better experience being there. It was a way better experience being there as if I was watching that show on television, it probably would have been a little bit, it probably would have been a little bit of a mid show, to be honest, but it's it was okay for what it was. It was okay for what it was. So yeah, man, with that brings us to tonight's Monday Night Raw, the Survivor Series Fallout. Randy Orton opens the show. He's out there saying thank you to the fans, just repeatedly saying thank you to the fans. He's out there shaking hands, signing wrestling figures, being Orton, being good guy Randy Orton. He then hits his pose on the top rope. He kind of sat there for a minute and said something to himself. So it was just so awesome to see Randy on television. He talked about how he got receipts. He's got receipts for the Bloodline. So
fucking hell, Logan, I swear to God.
Oh
Just
my!
Fucking joking around that whole episode,
bro. Yes, so solely for our group's antics throughout the night, that just easily made SmackDown awesome. But the show itself was pretty eh. Show itself was pretty eh.
Oh,
but
yeah,
but it was still enjoyable being there. Another minor complaint is Jey Uso wasn't on the dark match because I kind of wanted to hit this thing twice. This shit was fucking lit as fuck at Survivor Series. So I would have liked to have hit it twice, but we did get to do the Woe twice and the Seth Rollins music twice. But I was anticipating that Jey Uso shit literally since we bought the tickets. I like, dude, this is about to be so fucking lit, bro. And it was. That's one of my favorite videos to go back and rewatch. You just hear me screaming, bloody murder. It's just me, Oos.
Love it.
So it's so awesome. So Orton's out there, and he said he's got receipts for the Bloodline. He said every member of the Bloodline will have hell to pay for this, and that will come in the form of the 3 most dangerous letters in all of sports entertainment, RKO. Rhea Ripley came out, told him that he has made enemies out of the Judgment Day for messing up Damian Priest's cash-in. She poked a little bit of fun at Randy Orton. She said, I really didn't think you were the kind of guy to do favors. I also didn't think you were the kind of guy to team with somebody who tried to take you out of action a year and a half ago. She says, but it must just be, she said, you must just be a little upset because your grand return was upstaged. Damn.
Ugh, kind of was, especially by WWE, man. They after Punk debut, they ain't posting nothing about Orton that whole rest of that night.
Yeah, I mean, it's Punk after 9 years though, so I mean, it's not really nothing to be ashamed of.
No, not at all, but it is what happened.
It's the truth. It's the truth, for sure. So Orton laughed at that. Orton even laughed. He kind of chuckled at that. He was just like, damn. But fucking actually Orton seemed pretty happy to see Mr. Chicago Phil. He was waving at him, sitting on the chair, watching greatness happen before his very eyes. So Randy Orton, Rhea Ripley then tells him that he's made enemies out of the Judgment Day, and then JD and Dominic go out there. JD's in a neck brace from taking that RKO off the top of the cage, and Orton then says, Orton kind of looks at her funny, and then he starts getting attacked by these guys, and then he gives JD an RKO, and he gives Dominic he goes to give him the vintage Orton DDT, and Rhea pulls him away. And then he says he's going to talk to Adam Pearce and get Dominic one-on-one tonight.
Hey, hell yeah, man. I actually love babyface Randy Orton, man. He's in one of those guys that, the same boat with, MJF and shit, where they're such great heels that when they're babyface, man, it hits even more different, man. It's just great, man. I love babyface Orton.
100%. I love it sometimes. Some of his babyface runs have been awesome. Some of them have been the drizzling shits. But
Yeah, it depends on how much fun
Yes.
Randy Orton is just like Brock Lesnar. If he's having fun, oh, it's phenomenal. It's great. It's beautiful. If not, oh man, ready to go to sleep. Fuck.
100%. Maxine Dupree's in a backstage segment introduces multi-time platinum recording artist, award-winning Jelly Roll.
Who the fuck is
that?
The fuck?
R-Truth then comes up and he says, "Hey y'all, where them Jelly Rolls at? I heard they award-winning and they platinum."
Nope. Love R-Truth, man. I missed him.
Me too, bro. Jelly Roll is then trying to tell R-Truth that he's Jelly Roll, but R-Truth cuts him off. He says, "Hey, I gotta go to catering before them Jelly Rolls sell out." And he walks away. Then we get a segment backstage.
Where's the walk past Gargano? I'm sorry, I had to say it.
What happened?
I had to say R-Truth was going to walk past Gargano. I had to say it. I'm sorry.
And catering.
Yeah. I don't want to have to say it, but I had to say it. It had to be said.
Then we get a backstage segment with the Judgment Day where Damian Priest comes storming into the locker room and he says, "Go ahead, guys. Just say it. I know what you want to say. Just go ahead and say it. You got a problem, don't you, Finn? Rhea, you got a problem?" They're all like, "No, we don't have any problems. What are you talking about?" Damian then says, "You guys gave me control to be in charge of the War Games team, and we lost. So go ahead. I know you guys are pissed off at me. Go ahead. Lay it on me. Say what you got to say." Rhea says, "No, we're not mad at all. We're a family, and if we mess up, we all stand by you, and we're going to brush this one off, and it's going to be good." Damian Priest says, "Oh, shoot, okay, my bad, guys." And then he says, "Speaking of Judgment Day being a family," he says, "How is JD?" Finn says, "He's good. I think me and you should go check up on him." Damian Priest says, "Okay." They walk away, and Rhea's smile towards Damian Priest was something. Because she had the most sinister smile on her face as he was walking away. And I just think they're royally fucking up here. Why is Damian Priest the babyface, bro?
I get what they're going to try to do with this babyface turn. I get what they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
He's a super asshole, and then he fucks up. And he's like, damn, they're actually kind of, cool with me. I should be less of an asshole. and it grows into him, slowly being a babyface and whatnot and whatever. But it's just not gonna be sick. It just won't work. I don't feel like he's earned it. Maybe if it happened over the course of a couple months, I'd be okay with it. But it's gonna be a big 180. It really is, and it's not gonna work for me, man. It's really not. I can't get behind babyface Damian Priest, man. I just can't.
I can't either. I really can't. Rhea, Judgment Day comes back into their locker room a little bit later in the night. Damian says, "Do you know where the hell you are?" The camera pans, and R-Truth is sitting on their couch, and there's powdered sugar all over the couch, and he's sitting there eating a plate of jelly rolls. He says, he hops up, and he says, "I was just looking for somewhere cozy to eat my jelly rolls." Damian says, "Well, you can't do it in here. It's our locker room." He says, "Actually, I wanted to talk to you guys. I heard y'all need a 5th member for War Games, and I'm in."
Look at love R-Truth, man.
Damian says, "War Games is over. It already happened." R-Truth says, "Oh, how did I do? How did we do? Did we win?" Damian says, "No, we didn't win, and you weren't on the team." R-Truth says, "Oh, that sucks. But Randy Orton came back. Isn't that cool?" Damian starts getting pissed, and he says, "What? I was just trying to cheer you up." And then he says, "Get out of here. Just get out of here." And R-Truth fucking leaves. God, I fucking miss R-Truth on television, bro. This man is fucking hilarious, bro.
I swear to God, man, that man has mastered comedy. I love R-Truth, man. I love his style of comedy, man. And it has been missed, and I love it. I'm glad he's back.
I'm in for War Games. Okay.
Oh, dude. Someone said the funniest joke ever would be if he came onto AEW and put himself in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Oh my God.
That shit would be fucking gold. If those two companies are ever willing to work together, they have to do that. They have to do something like
100%.
that.
100%.
Because that would be the best thing ever. Just truth. This is AEW. What the hell are you doing here?
What's that?
What's that? Oh, he's got to say that too. The hell is that? Like ECW? No. WCW? No.
Dude, this man, R-Truth, is fucking gold.
He is, man. This shit is phenomenal.
I swear, bro. Tag team turmoil happens. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa were in here. They ended up beating Alpha Academy to start, and then they also ended up beating Indusher in a minute. They beat them with a roll-up in 1 minute. The Creed brothers came out there, and DIY did take the loss to the Creed brothers, and then Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci came out there as their final opponents. Damn near almost won the whole thing. But no, it went to the Creeds, bro, and it looks like that's going to be the next feud for the Judgment Days. At least for Damian and Finn, it'll be the Creed brothers, and then it looks like for the maybe another half of the Judgment Day, like Dom or something, is feud's going to be around Randy Orton.
Yeah, man, it's interesting. I like, it sucks with the DIY aspect, man. Yeah. But they're building a new, fresh team from NXT, man, and I at least got to get behind that, man. So, there is a negative, but there is a positive, man.
100%. 100%, bro. Bronson Reed and Ivar had what was a pretty decent slugfest between the two big men. They did end up going to a count out because they were just too busy fighting each other on the outside. Bronson Reed gave Ivar a fucking Death Valley driver into the barricade onto a bunch of chairs were standing up too that he hit.
Oh,
That shit looked
fuck.
brutal.
Damn.
Then they were fighting off into the crowd, and fucking Ivar went on top of a production crate and jumped off and did a front flip onto Bronson Reed and a bunch of security people. Oh, they kept accidentally hitting production guys during this whole thing. It was so funny. Bronson Reed went to run at Ivar, and Ivar moved, and there was a production guy standing up against the wall, and fucking Bronson Reed just clobbered, bro. It was fucking hilarious, dude.
It's like what happened at that fucking one birthday party at Sky Zone that you had when we were younger, man. Where I was fucking jumping on that bitch, and then our little buddy just comes up and fucking cross bodies me up against the wall. Didn't even fucking mean to. Oh, dude, I love when that happens to those production guys when they just get fucking annihilated accidentally.
That shit was hilarious, bro. That was hilarious. So, Cody Rhodes comes out for his big announcement. And his big announcement is that he is looking towards the Royal Rumble to finish the story. That was cool. And then the video of Nakamura
Heard about this.
arrived. Nakamura tells Cody he's been waiting weeks. He's been patient with him, but he is not answering the call. He said he reveals that Cody is the guy he's been talking about, and he shows up behind him, does the little Muda symbol, and sprays mist in his in Cody's face, and he walks away. I will say this.
Okay.
Nakamura's video packages are starting to grow on me.
Okay.
But another thing I also understand now that I'm looking at it from a different perspective, Cody don't got nobody to feud with. Judgment Day's done, right?
It's true.
Sami Zayn don't got nobody to feud with. Judgment Day's done. Jey Uso might be involved with him a little bit if he's really cool with Orton nowadays. Seth is done with them. So these guys do need people to feud with, and this is a nothing feud. So, I mean, it's not going to be the worst thing ever, but it's not going to be destination television. I will say that. No.
But you don't need to worry about Cody being destination television for the next couple months, because you got Punk.
Yes. Cody can get to the chamber and be just fine. And, it'll be all right. Have him go in the Rumble, have him fail, have him go to the chamber, and let's run this shit back and get him those championships. But, yeah, it really fucking was Cody Rhodes.
Which makes me think, I think Triple H, good old Paul, made that story up. It's just like a general tease for CM Punk that, they're gonna, because, he was talking about, the media scrum that, the deal didn't happen until like the day of. But he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was planning. Yep. Obviously, Triple H has got to plan ahead. So that's what just had to be, is just a correlation of references to CM Punk. And he just doesn't fucking go after CM Punk. That's just who he wasn't talking about.
Then again, maybe he did hear the critics saying that nobody wants to fucking see CM Punk versus Nakamura.
He might have heard that, which I didn't want to see anyway. So, I'm not complaining. But I am complaining that it's Cody. So, you kind of fucked yourself over. To be honest, no matter what, Triple H fucked himself over with that storyline. Yeah. Even if it was Punk, people weren't going to like it, because, what the fuck is that start? What kind of start is that for his return after 10 years? And if it's not Punk, it's why the fuck were you doing that in the first place? So, he kind of booked himself into the corner with that one, man. But it's not like a detrimental corner. It's kind of just like a damn, that shit's lame. And second of all, dog, Does every Japanese person have to have mist? I am sick of it.
Thought the same thing.
Like, dude, he does not. Nakamura, of all people, does not need mist, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get it for sure. For sure. Especially, he's the king of strong style. I know you got something in that moveset that hurts. You don't, you don't need mist, bro.
20 fucking 18 Nakamura would never, ever need mist. Well, he could have used it in his WrestleMania main event. 2017 and 2016 Nakamura never needed mist.
Yeah. I mean, then again, like Logan's saying, I feel like these are really just small feuds for December, to coast us through December until we can get to the Royal Rumble. So it's something to do because this is a dead period in WWE. This is obviously, one of the main reasons why we love doing year-end awards, because it's something in December we can actually sink our teeth into and not fucking, just talk about pointless television all month. But yeah, man. So that was that. Miz wants another shot at Gunther's title. Gunther laughed at him, and Gunther kind of just scoffed at him and told him that he doesn't. He told him that he does not want to get in the ring with him again. So yeah, man, that was Miz, I guess, trying to shoot his shot at another IC title shot.
So it's like they'll continue in this feud for a little bit longer, which we'll see how it goes, man.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Nia Jax beat Zoe Stark. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven successfully defended the tag titles against Tegan Nox and Natalya. Okay. Seth Rollins. Ooh, when I heard this music, I knew. Seth Rollins comes out there, and immediately you get CM Punk chants. Seth welcomes it. He says, "Come on, is that all you got, CM Punk fans? Is that all you got?" He says, "I refuse to come out here and talk about the biggest hypocrite ever. To waste my breath on the biggest hypocrite ever."
I love it. Fuck, I love it, man. This is the shit I want to see.
Dude, this shit was heat. He says, "But what I do want to focus on is all the talent back there that worked their ass off for titles like this. And I want to go back to being a fighting world champion." He tells Nashville that next week he will be defending. He says he just talked to Adam Pearce, and next week he will be defending the World Heavyweight Championship. Drew McIntyre comes out. He says, "Seth, you told me before Crown Jewel that when I lost, it would be the best thing that ever happened to me because I would have nobody to blame but myself." He tells Seth, he says, "You were right. You also told me to come back when I'm ready for the rematch, and I'm ready for it. I want it." Seth tells him no, because he already has a different opponent. Drew says, "Well, Seth, if you are the guy calling the shots, do you at least mind me asking who the title defense is against?" People start chanting CM Punk, and Drew says, Seth says, "Drew, I'll just be straight with you. Next week I'm defending my championship against Jey Uso. If you would have fucking seen, if looks could kill, Seth Rollins would be dead, because that man Drew McIntyre looked at him like, 'What did you just fucking say?' Immediately gave him a Glasgow kiss, headbutted the shit out of him, and he grabbed Seth by his hair, and he said, you told me this wasn't personal, And clearly this is very personal. He gets backstage. Sami Zayn greets him. And he says to Drew, he says, dude, what the hell is going on with you, man? He says, Seth, I don't understand why you would have to do that to Seth. That is not anything personal at all. Drew then says, clearly it's personal. He told me to ask him for that rematch when I was ready, and I'm ready, and he gives it to the guy that I despise the most. Sami Zayn says, I don't know what's going on with you. But you seriously need to get over it. He says, you talk about all these horrible things that happened to you. You were mad that you lost to Roman Reigns in front of your family. Guess what? I did too. And it sucked. He says, you're upset because you came super close to beating Seth for the World Heavyweight Championship. And you didn't get it done. Well, guess who did that too? Me. He tells Drew, he says, but the difference between you and I is when things like that happen to me, I dust myself off and I get up because I still have the same goal of becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. But apparently that's not you. Drew says, you know what? You, Cody, he says, you and Seth were right the whole entire time. I need to dust myself off and I need to, go to Adam Pearce and get myself in some more matches to climb myself back up the ranks. He says, so next week I'm going to talk to Adam Pearce about a match against you. And he walks away.
Love this shit, dude. First of all, phenomenal promo from the GOAT Sami Zayn. Not only is him just mentioning the same past that he dealt with then with Drew McIntyre, but mentioning going back for that world title just gets me hype. It really does, man. Love that promo from Sami Zayn, man. And this fucking heel turn build for Drew McIntyre is just phenomenal. His character is just phenomenal, man. It truly is.
Dude, yes, his character arc has been absolutely phenomenal. But speaking of Sami Zayn, I completely forgot. Dude, doing the Olay chants, bro.
Oh, that was really
awesome
dope
was
too,
that?
man. That was top tier, bro. It really was. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was fucking awesome. I forgot about that. Jey Uso greets Randy Orton in the back. He says, hey, Randy. So he says to Randy, he says, you know, I've really been wanting to find you before you find me. He says, look, man, I just don't want there to be any bad blood between me and you. Because of some stuff that happened back in the day. As if it wasn't like just a year and a half ago.
Like it was fucking CM Punk 9 years ago.
I swear. So he says, I don't want you to I don't want you to be upset about you know what happened with me and the Bloodline back in the day. He says, you know, ever since Cody Rhodes brought me to Monday Night Raw, I just been here trying to make it all right. So, you know, if it means anything to you, you know, I'm sorry. Talk about fucking character arcs, bro. Triple H is killing it, dude. Character arc with Jey Uso. I fucking love it, bro.
I love it so much, man. This Jey Uso fucking face turn and just redemption is just been handled so perfectly, man. Better than I could have dreamed it. It really is.
Yes. Back in the day, bro, we were laughing at main event Jey Uso. And now look at us. Now we're fucking sitting here doing the thing in the crowd, man. Shit was sick.
It is. Main event Jey Uso now.
Main event Jey Uso, bro. So Orton says, you know, I said it in the beginning of the night. I still watch the product. I seen everything that went on with you and your family. I know you've had Cody's back, and that means something to me. and I respect you for that. He tells Jay, he says, look, whatever beef I got with the bloodline, you're not in the bloodline anymore. So it's all good. Jay goes, yeah. Jay daps him up and goes, yeet. And fucking Orton goes, yep, yeet. Bro, it was awesome. It was awesome. Very, very cool moment here with these two guys. I love the storytelling here, bro. I love the storytelling, man.
I really do, man. They've been telling a great story, man, with all these guys and all the way it interconnects, man. It's been phenomenal, man. Oh, yeah, definitely, Logan. That random ass RKO he's gonna get one day. Oh, that shit's gonna hit. I can't wait. But for now, it's great, man.
Definitely. Randy Orton defeats Dominic Mysterio. He beat Dominic Mysterio in the, I guess, main event match of the show.
Yeah. But the main event.
But the main event of the show. Yo, what up? Leon the King TV says just sub to the channel. Is CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles a main event? Is a Mania main event worthy match? Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. CM Punk's got a long list of people. CM Punk's got a long list of people. He's got Cody. He's got AJ. He's got Seth. He's got Roman, the tribal fucking chief. He's got Randy. He's got John Cena, bro. I would kill. Dude, that is going to fucking hit seeing John Cena and CM Punk interact again. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. CM Punk versus Jey Uso. CM Punk versus fucking Johnny Gargano. I mean, literally Finn Balor, Damian Priest. The list goes on, bro. There's a lot. LA Knight. Bunch of people. Solo.
We still had Wyndham, bro.
Oh.
Dude. That would hit so hard, dude. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
But definitely, thanks for the sub, man. Thank you. And truly, dog, all that shit's gonna go hard.
CM Punk makes his way out onto live television. I wonder if CM Punk is going to be treated as a special attraction, part-time guy, or if he's going to be there every week.
I think it'll be on the more of the spectrum of closer to being there every week, but a little more of a special attraction. I think it'll be somewhere in the middle, to be honest.
I could see him only wrestling on pay-per-views and like select Monday Night Raws, which is smart because Tony Khan having the guy wrestle every week just wasn't sustainable for his body. I know he wanted to do it, but it just wasn't sustainable.
Exactly. Sometimes when someone wants it, they can't have it for their own sake.
Yeah. God, this was so weird though. This was so weird seeing CM Punk come out. This was so weird seeing him come out on WWE television. I never thought this would happen.
It's surreal, dog.
He's gonna show up weekly, but only wrestle on pay-per-views. I like that. I like that a lot.
I could get behind that, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. CM Punk comes out there, and he says, "Hell froze over." Crowd chants, or crowd cheers. He says, "I'm going to say two words that are a little corny. They're a little corny, and they scare me a little bit. Not because they're not true, but because of how scared it makes me as to how true they are." He says, "I've changed." But he says, "I know it might sound a little corny, but an American dream taught me many, many years ago that you can never go wrong by always saying how you feel." He said, "It's been a very long time coming, and to be able, he says, to be able to say this, I want you to know I truly mean it." He says, "Coming out here today and stepping in a WWE ring and being on a Monday Night Raw, I now know I am home." Man.
That is weird. That is crazy.
God, so weird. I just love seeing him back. This is another thing that's also super nice to hear. He says, from the moment I've been back, it's been like a family reunion. It's been nonstop hugs. Everybody has welcomed me with open arms. Well, almost everybody.
Almost everyone.
He says, and for the people that haven't, they're scared. They're scared of the truth. They're scared that I just raised the bar to a level that they cannot grab. They're scared that I have the brass ring in my back pocket and they can't get a hold of it. He says, and it took me leaving and coming back to realize that, because once upon a time, a wise man told me that I should leave this place, that I should get everything I can out of this place, leave it, and then come back and get it all over again. And it pains me to say, but the wise man was right. Bro, this is going to fucking hit when I see the fucking tribal chief face to face with Tribal Phil. Bro.
Man, that shit's gonna be insane. I cannot wait.
Dude. Oh. God. Shit would have fed the streets.
Man, that shit'll feed the city of Chicago, man. It'll feed the whole damn city.
That shit is going to be nuts, bro. That shit is going to be nuts. Bro. He then says also, a lot of people back there have been asking me about AJ. Bro, come on, dude. Don't do this to me, bro.
We need it.
He says, I want you guys to know AJ is fine, and she sends her regards. I fucking love it. I fucking love it.
Beautiful.
Bro. He then says, so yeah, that was pretty much the promo, dude. He then puts the mic down, Cult's personality plays, and right before they go off air, he says, what did he say? Oh, he says, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money. The old Triple H saying. Fucking, what a fucking world we're living in. Good.
Hell has really froze over, man. It is crazy.
I love it. I love it. Also, dude, our CM Punk shirts, I think we got the Survivor Series return editions because now they're selling the shirts but without the Survivor Series logo under it. So we got the Survivor Series editions, which I fucking love. I love the shirt. It's so cool seeing the old logo back. I fucking love it, bro. I love this shit. This is awesome. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see him back, bro. But yeah, Logan, because if you go on WWE Shop now, they have the same shirt he wore tonight, but obviously with no Survivor Series logo under the Punk logo. But thankfully, we ordered it that night, so we're getting the Survivor Series return ones. So,
dude, genuinely, I might put that shirt in another one of these fucking frames, and there's gonna be countless fucking big CM Punk merch down the line, and I think I'm gonna put them side to side, dude. The two Punk returns, man, that I saw, I might have to put them side by side, man, because that shit's goated, man. Speaking of CM Punk merch, we need all of that old merch to come back for sale. The In Punk We Trust shirt.
Yes.
I need it, dude. I will literally pay so much money for that shirt because that is what they will charge. Speaking of charging for shirts, those fuckers didn't even let us get discounts for that CM Punk shirt. I didn't think they would, but they are fuckers. But I don't care because I bought it anyway, which is why they are fuckers. But man, people are shitting on this fucking return. You know, these AEW elitists, man. They're just jealous.
course.
They really are. They're just jealous that he's in WWE again, man. And I'm fine with it, man. I love it. I think it's beautiful. They didn't pull a Tony Khan. They didn't blow their load. He didn't instantly come out talking about Seth and AEW and this and that. It's all gonna happen over time. And I'm gonna watch every one of it, man. And I think it was perfect. I think they did right.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. I loved it. I loved it, man. Another awesome return from Chicago Phil. I love it, dude. I absolutely love it. And it was a good promo. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. I loved it. I loved it, man. And I'm so happy. It's still weird. It's still weird seeing him back in a WWE ring, like really fucking weird. But I liked it. I loved it, man. It was an awesome night. It was an awesome weekend, and I'm stoked, bro. I'm stoked, and I'm so over the moon for WWE, bro.
I really am, man. It's been phenomenal, man. It's been perfect.
Yes.
And I just can't wait for it to continue, man. I can't wait to see more and more of this every week. And CM Punk is back in WWE, man. That is just crazy in itself.
100%, bro. So yeah, man, that was pretty much everything for the week of wrestling, bro. That was everything for the week of wrestling, man. So yeah, man, with that, it looks like that is gonna do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast, man. Another great edition of Notorious Unscripted, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you guys so very much for joining us for the whole weekend of shows, man. I really love and appreciate you guys. I honestly want to thank everybody that subscribed. We got a couple new subscribers off the War Games review, and I just want to shout you guys out big time, man, because you know, we love meeting new people. We love getting more people in the Notorious Heels Mafia, bro. So we love it, and thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart, man. It means so much. Thank you guys so much.
Definitely. Thank you all. Thank everybody for this weekend, man. It was phenomenal. And thank you guys so fucking much, man.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man. And with that, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast. Thank you to everybody who came in chat, man. Logan, Leon, dude, it was literally just us and manager Logan, man, in the comments until Leon and our boy Ramit came over, bro.
Man?
How's it going, dude? But yeah, man, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for everything, man. Thank you guys, man. It has been always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast. Another great edition of Notorious Unscripted. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you guys. We love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on Friday with the news.
Peace.
I used to get pills on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for the strap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold when that's what you talking about, Willis. The thrill is gone. The black Frank White is here to excite. Throw dick to dice. Bitches are like